All right, what's going on, guys? Casey here, and welcome to Out of the Park Baseball 19. I have just loaded this up here. I haven't even clicked on any of these options yet, except for settings. I did click on settings, but I haven't looked at anything. I just wanted to start this video on this screen because, honestly, like I knew that 19 was coming out. They've been putting one out every year for a while now, but it just sort of slipped my mind until just like today. So the game just recently came out. It's only been out for a few days, as far as I know. And I picked this up. I also picked up MLB The Show 18 for PS4 as well. And we're going to be seeing some videos coming out for that too. All of a sudden, I just got like hit with this sort of baseball fever. Baseball season starting, and you know, it just all kind of hit me at once, and I just kind of went all in on it. So we're going to ride that out. We'll see how far it goes. And the plan for this game is we're going to be doing another Toronto Blue Jays season, only we're going to be playing as the GM and the manager. I'm a complete noob when it comes... I guess a noob isn't really the right word because I've been playing these games for a little while, but I'm pretty dumb when it comes to the GM stuff and how to organize everything and all that. So it's not going to be a place where you're going to learn how to do that, I promise. But it will be a place where I'm going to try to learn how to do it, and you guys can leave tips in the comments below. I'm going to take it slow and just basically do the things that I think are important, and then start to figure it out, start to branch out, do some other things like waiver wires and all sorts of other things that this game allows you to do. For those of you who have never seen an Out of the Park baseball game before, it's a incredibly detailed baseball simulation game. And they've come out with some really cool visual improvements in Out of the Park 19 because their simulation is basically there already. It's been there for a while. Of course, they can make small tweaks and really perfect it, and they do every year. They try to do that, but it's kind of there now, so they can focus really a lot more on the visual aspect of it, which is really cool. I haven't seen it in person yet. I actually haven't even seen a video of it, so we're going to be seeing it together. But you can just sort of get an idea of the details here when you're clicking around, even in the settings, like the different types of settings you can change, all this stuff. Now, we're going to get started here with a new standard game. Yeah, that's the one we want. We are going to enable challenge mode. So challenge mode is this kind of, it's like an Iron Man mode, sort of, where it takes away the commissioner mode, so you can't edit the game while you're playing. There's certain rules that can't be changed and stuff like that. It's basically like a challenge mode. That's why they called it that. So yeah, we'll do that. We're only going to focus on Major League Baseball, but you can see there's a whole bunch of other stuff here as well. The World Cup of Baseball would be interesting to add in, but I think it'd be a little bit too much for me at the start, so we're going to just stick with Major League. Maybe if this picks up and if I get better and stuff like that, we can consider that in the future. But we're going to call this Blue Jays LP, and let's start the game. So I'm not sure. Are we going to go through... Okay, it's right now that we're going through the incredibly long loading session, I think. We'll see. I know in previous games, when you kick up a new season or a new game, it takes a while to load. So if that's the case, we're going to be editing out that because it's like 4 or 5 minutes. All right, so here we are. Let's go ahead and set up our manager. So I'm going to use my real name here. We'll make ourselves Canadian. And in the interest of just not giving out 100% of my information, I'm going to come up with date of birth. And I guess we're just going to do today. So I think today is the 27th? Let me check. 26th. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to choose GM and manager, but we're probably going to delegate a lot of, the less interesting stuff and also the more confusing stuff. But we'll take whatever we can, and we're going to be choosing the Toronto Blue Jays. So we might get hit with another long loading screen here, or not. So right away we notice a new interface here, and it looks gorgeous. Display player salaries and contract values for MLBPA players in this game are not official. Oh. Okay. I guess it makes sense to say that. Alright, so it looks gorgeous. It's new, and I don't know where anything is off the bat. But this is sort of our main manager's office. We can see our next game starting against the Yankees on the 29th of March. We have some tasks. This game has just been created. Meet your team first and then set up your control options. That sounds like a great idea. And I think in this episode, I'm not sure. I think we might just treat this episode as like an intro to the series. And then next episode, we will get into the games. And some of you might find that boring. That's totally fine. I understand. But I kind of like this stuff. And I want to take my time. Like I said, we're going to try to learn stuff here, right? So I'm just going to look for things and I'm going to take a look. This episode is going to be an intro to the interface and the beginning of the season. But next episode, we'll start the series. We'll start the games and we'll get going. That way I don't have to feel like I'm on some sort of time limit while I'm looking around this stuff. Because there's kind of a lot here. All right, we got our inbox, which is here as well. I guess these are new messages. We'll take a look. We got our standings. We got our goals. They want us to reach the playoffs. It's a tall order. Upgrade shortstop. Sign Russell Martin to an extension. And by 2022, reach the World Series. Those are pretty hefty goals. Our finances. Owner expects us to reach the playoffs. This looks good. I don't know. 24 million for free agents sounds kind of okay, and 80 million for extensions. We can work on the Russell Martin extension as well. Although he's been notoriously terrible in this game for me. He strikes out so much. I'm saying that right now. In every other series, you can go back and see these series I've done before. Russell Martin just strikes out all the time. He's terrible in this game. But we'll see. We'll sign him to an extension because he wants us to. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to meet our team. We can click here. It'll take us right there. It looks like it's creating the faces. So we have Josh, bringer of Rain Donaldson, $23 million per year. Marcus Stroman and Roberto Osuna. Those are our big stars. Definitely good players. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a top prospect with Bo Bichette, I guess. So I'm not going to try to come across like I know everything about baseball. I come and go in and out of it. So a lot of names are going to be foreign to me, but some of them I'll understand and I'll remember clearly from the Jays anyway. So yeah, we have the 6th best catcher, 3rd best third baseman, 5th best closer. There's our team history. Made the playoffs a couple seasons in a row. And the personnel, like this type of thing, I don't know how much I'm going to be focusing on that. And same thing with the financial understanding, but it might come. It might come. All right, so that's the Meet the Team page. This is just a Toronto Blue Jays homepage. We can take a quick look at our primary lineup, our rotation, and our bullpen, as well as our minor league teams, I guess, which look how many fucking teams there are. Holy shit. That's a lot of teams. Our schedule, our rankings. Tulowitzki's injured for 4 weeks. That's a great way to start the season. Maybe that's why they want us to upgrade at shortstop. I was kind of thinking about that. All right, team chemistry. I think everything is basic to start. Excuse me. So we're not going to have too many complaints to deal with. Everybody is fairly content. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. Okay, all right. That was less time than I expected. But I remember loading I think I told the game to just create baseball cards for everyone at the beginning of one season, and it took like 45 minutes. So yeah, we got baseball cards. I don't care too much about these. And settings, which we're not going to worry too much about. All right, let's go back to home. So we've met the team. Oh, is it manager's office? That's what we want. All right, control options. This is actually going to be important. Okay, so where is it? We want to draft players, set budgets, scouting development, and ticket price. Yeah, like this is something we're going to start by delegating. Sign international amateurs. Team personnel. I guess I'll handle the signings just because I don't really want my team to be signing players without me even knowing about it. How about... This is definitely... Yeah, minor league. Promotions and demotions will delegate. And minor league free agent signings and releases will delegate as well. But we'll handle the major league stuff. And yeah, we're the manager as well, so we're handling the lineup and all that kind of thing. Okay, that's about good. Got everything set here. Okay, so let's go back to the manager's office. We can check our mail. And we'll review the scouting budget, I guess. So we're focusing much more on major league scouting, which I think makes sense. Like, I don't know what the proper, percentages are going to be here. Like, this seems about right. It's important for major league because we need to, that's kind of going to give us, at least to my understanding, that is how we perceive the rating. So, like, we'll see somebody and it'll show them as like a 80 overall power hitter or something. And I think that's just how we perceive it based on how good our scouting is. We could be wrong about it. But I might be wrong about that. So I don't know. I'm not going to mess too much with that or player development. That kind of stuff is going to come later. All right, let's check our mail. So we get our welcome email. Welcome to the organization. Submit some new goals each year. As well as winning on the field and turning a profit, completing these goals is the best way to keep me happy. Yeah, of course. Reach playoffs, upgrade at shortstop, sign Russell Martin, and reach the World Series. Okay, so let's click on Russell Martin. Why don't we just try to sign him right now? We already know we have money. He's 35 years old. He was born in Toronto. I knew he was Canadian. I didn't know he was born in Toronto. So we should be able to click on actions and offer an extension. A 5-year major league contract. 5 years? That's a long time for a 35-year-old. Okay, so here we are trying to figure out this screen for the first time. 5 years. I figured even 3 years is pushing it. He's very happy with us right now, so let's hopefully we don't burn that. I just lowered it to 3 years. I don't know if that meant that it offered him more. No. Okay, so 3 years. I mean, I don't know if 21 million is good. He wants 19 million per. And I think we're good, right? If signed, this is how much we'll have left. So that seems good. So yeah, this seems reasonable. I don't understand what the clauses are. Player opt-out, no trade clause. I can kind of understand that one. That would mean that we're not allowed to trade him. I don't know what, I guess player opt-out means that he can opt out of the contract. Well, I don't really know why I would offer him that. And promise role, okay, good. So I understand that. All right, so this is what I'm submitting. Ask for a response. That's a fair offer. Okay, he'll think about it. So let's submit offer. Cool. All right, that's awesome. So we've got that goal started. Then we have this other mail as well that I didn't look at. Casey Olsen now officially taken over as GM and manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. There's a lot of faith in him to do the job, but I'm not so sure how much hope he will get, or how much rope he will get, said an MLB source close to the team who wished to stay anonymous. Okay, who the fuck is leaking information in my organization and wants to stay anonymous? Just, I don't care if you say that. They're really counting on him to do the job. Who's there? I guess the people. Okay, cool. All right, is there anything else we want to get done in this episode before we end it? We need to upgrade at shortstop. So let's take a quick look at what that's going to be like. So I do know it's going to be under MLB. At least I think it's going to be here. Or maybe it's under Blue Jays. Front office. No, that's just info. Bleh, it's a lot of info. It's here somewhere. Usually it's here. Might be transactions, or maybe it's under me. Here we go. I guess we'll look at the free agents. It's the only thing I can think of right now. So let's look at the free agents. We'll look at shortstops, and we'll see what kind of options are out there right now. We can sort by overall. There's nothing here. Okay, so what's the goal again? Or when is it due? Sorry, I know the goal. It's due 2017, so it's got to be this season. Okay, so the other thing I'm thinking then... Where's the amateur... Scouting? No, where is this? There's going to be an amateur draft sort of list of players, isn't there? I just don't know where it is. I don't know if I'm overlooking it. I don't think it'll be in scouting. Draft, negotiate, submit expansion. Where the fuck? I'm almost positive there's supposed to be something here for that. But if I can't find it, then I guess we'll just have to say screw it for now. It'll show up in the schedule. There's also somewhere in the schedule that shows you like important upcoming things, and the amateur draft is going to be one of them. And I guess that's when we'll figure it out. But for now, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We're approaching just over 20 minutes, and I think that's pretty good for an intro. Sorry if I kind of went over things a little bit more. I'm just kind of excited about the game and really just looking at it and trying this time, because times before when I played, I've always just been like, we're just going to do manager. You know, we'll keep it simple. We're mostly just watching the games and cheering for our team. But now I'm just going to try to learn the game a little better and, you know, maybe actually do well in this game. Because I have heard from some people, I've watched some videos. There's a YouTube channel specifically called Straight Outta Boston that has really good Out of the Park series on his channel, and he just sort of dominates the game, and he makes it look easy. And apparently that's like the consensus, is that once you figure it out, it's actually pretty easy. But from when you're in my position, it's actually not that easy to figure it out. So maybe we'll get there. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're excited for the game, and I'm actually likely going to just record the first series against the Yankees right after this. So you can be sure to see that video coming soon. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.